Debate over changing Utah's constitution this November is already starting to heat up. A measure on the ballot this November will ask voters if they want to change how education gets funded and drop the sales tax on food.
But a big teachers group is now in opposition to this idea. News specialist Lindsay Ertz breaks it down for us.
The Utah Education Association, they have come out against this change. They're the state's largest teachers union, and they argue this change would dilute education funding. And if this change is approved, then there's the portion that gets rid of the state sales tax on food. And that's going to be a tough choice for voters this fall.
We are fighting to protect public education.
A decision facing voters on the ballot in November has the state's education funding hanging in the balance.
We are standing up for our students, and we are standing up for our educators and our profession.
Renee Pinkney leads the Utah Education Association, a teachers union made up of 18,000 plus members. The key education group has come out in opposition to a proposed change of Utah's constitution. On the ballot this November, voters will be asked whether Utah's income tax should fund just education and some social services, or be opened up to include everything else Utah's government pays for. Pinkney argues that right now,
it's a guarantee all income tax shall be used to support K-12 higher ed children and individuals with disabilities.
She says that language is incredibly strong.
And when you open it up to other state needs, that means that it's going to be diluted.
She worries education won't get its constitutionally protected guarantees.
And just because public education is listed first in the Constitution doesn't mean that that will be prioritized.
But the lawmakers who crafted the change disagree. They write in a statement that, quote, education funding is a top priority for the Utah legislature. And if voters approve this change, there's another promise of the legislature. The state portion of the sales tax on food goes away, which would mean your groceries would cost a little less. That statement further reads that this change is cementing our commitment to education while providing voters the opportunity to remove the state sales tax on food. They say the change, known as SJR 10, is good for Utah families. And even though lower taxes on food would help struggling families, Pinkney argues a vote against it might be necessary.
Public education funding is investing in our children. It's investing in their future. It has long-term effects down the road.
Now, the state portion of the sales tax on food is a small amount, 1.75%. So on a bill of $100 in groceries, that saves families about $1.75. Reporting in Salt Lake City for KSL 5 News, I'm Lindsay Ertz.